My boyfriend always keeps bringing up how perfect his ex was and even suggested I take tips from her. So I dump him in the exact same way his ex did. I'm 28, he's 26. We met at a friend's barbecue 18 months ago. The connection was instant. Smart, funny, loved hiking. Within 3 months, we were official. The first 6 months were amazing. We went camping, tried new restaurants, and his friends loved me. I genuinely thought I'd found my person. Then around month 7, things shifted. It started with random comments about his ex, Giselle. Giselle loved this band too. Giselle made the best pasta. At first, I didn't think much of it, but it escalated fast. During dinners, he'd say, Giselle always knew which wine paired with fish. Planning trips, he'd mention how Giselle would make detailed itineraries weeks in advance. Watching Netflix, he'd slip in, Giselle used to give these amazing shoulder rubs during movies. I finally brought it up. The constant Giselle comparisons are getting uncomfortable. He apologized. You're right, I'm sorry. He stopped. For exactly 2 weeks. Then he crossed a line. He started giving me homework based on Giselle's behavior. One night he said, Giselle used to leave cute sticky notes around the apartment. Things like, I love your laugh. Maybe you could try that? I stared at him. You want me to copy your ex? No, just giving you ideas for being thoughtful. Another time, after a disagreement about chores, he said, Giselle and I had this system that worked perfectly. We should try her method. I was literally auditioning for the role of Giselle 2.0. The breaking point came at a dinner party with friends. Someone asked about our Christmas plans. Before I could speak, he jumped in. Well, Giselle had this incredible tradition where she'd surprise me with a cabin getaway every year. She'd plan everything perfectly. Then he turned to me in front of everyone. Maybe you could get some tips from her about holiday planning. Dead silence. Our friends looked at their plates. I felt my face burn with humiliation. After we left, I asked him to tell me about how things ended with Giselle. His face changed, wistful, almost reverent. It was the most mature breakup ever. She gradually pulled back over a month, then took me to our favorite French restaurant. She calmly explained she'd outgrown the relationship. So composed and respectful. No drama, the gold standard of breakups. That's when it clicked. He wasn't over her. He was trying to mold me into her replacement, and he'd romanticized even the way she dumped him. So I decided to give him exactly what he wanted. I spent 3 weeks executing the plan. I became slightly distant, not cold, just less enthusiastic. I stopped initiating plans as much. Nothing obvious, just subtle shifts. During this time, he kept comparing. When I bought him a birthday gift, he said, Giselle always knew exactly what I wanted. When I suggested a cooking class, he mentioned Giselle's semester in Italy and her homemade pasta. I was living in a ghost's shadow. Finally, I made a reservation at the Italian place that became our spot. Thursday evening, just like Giselle had done. I wore a black dress and simple jewelry, the kind he'd mentioned Giselle wore for important occasions. That night, he was in a great mood, just got promoted. As we sat down, he started telling me how Giselle celebrated his last promotion with a surprise party. I let him finish, then put down my menu. You know, hearing about Giselle these past months has been really educational. He looked pleased. Oh yeah? I always thought if you could just— I have learned a lot. I interrupted calmly. I've learned what you value. I've learned you're trying to recreate her through me. And I've learned exactly how to handle this. His smile faded. Handle what? I'm breaking up with you. Just like Giselle, I'm doing it at our favorite restaurant after gradually creating distance. This is me being respectful and thoughtful, just like you praised her for. He looked stunned. You can't be serious. I'm completely serious. Just like Giselle, I've outgrown this relationship. Unlike her, I won't let you romanticize this moment to torture your next girlfriend. I stood up, placed 2 20s on the table, and walked out. He texted 67 times that night, called 23 times over the next week, sent a long email about how I didn't do it right because Giselle had given him proper closure. I blocked him everywhere. Turns out he didn't love Giselle's breakup method when he was on the receiving end twice.